Hi and welcome to another Pisquale's travel video. Today we are flying on a Jetstar Airbus A320 from Sydney Kingsford Smith Airport to Geelong, which is actually Melbourne's Avalon Airport in Victoria, Australia. Here we are lining up on 3-4 right, sitting in the view, and spectacular day. Government aircraft just took off. I think it's probably used to ferry the Prime Minister around when he's travelling domestically, although I believe he's overseas. And here we go. So just as we're doing our takeoff run, we notice there's a 737 landing on 3-4 left. They're obviously going faster than us at the moment, but let's see if we can win this race. Bearing in mind, of course, that we are speeding up dramatically and they're obviously slowing down. Looks pretty busy over there on 3-4 left this morning. Lots of the international services are starting to leave again after their earlier morning arrivals into Sydney. And looking at Bondi Beach, the suburb of Brighton Sands. Old control tower in the distance over the beach there. And we're starting to swing around and see the international terminal here at Sydney. St Peter's suburb and a few others that I couldn't name. It's looking pretty hazy in the distance, it's quite humid. But as we now make our right-hand turn towards the sea, the Sydney CBD or Sydney Business District will be coming into sight any minute now, and there it is. You can see the tall buildings of Sydney and Sydney Harbour. Okay, now there's a golf course down here, which I believe the government is trying to sell off half of for housing to the less than amusement of the members. Not surprising. Randwick racecourse, site of many racing events, particularly in the spring season. University of New South Wales. And we can see the stretches of Sydney Harbour going north towards the heads just at the top of the picture. Okay, swinging off to the coast now. Beautiful day. Look at that golden sand and the blue ocean. Picture postcard day. Okay, so the beaches at the bottom of the picture, that's Coogee Beach there, that quite large extent of sand. And just off the coast there is Wedding Cape Rock, which is just off Coogee Beach. And going up through we have beaches like Gordon's Bay, which is not actually a beach, it's a nice snorkeling spot. Tamarama, Bondi Beach, and at the top of the picture, the large beach is Bondi Beach. Perhaps haven't heard of it? Well, you have. Here we are zooming in on Bondi Beach. And the cliffs of Vaucluse, Dover Heights, stretching across to South Head, and you can see the opening to Sydney Harbour. Across the other side, North Head, National Park there, which is quite a hill and cliffs, where Manly is just behind that. And you can see the beaches of the northern suburbs now, beaches like Manly and Freshwater, Narrabeen, all of those, Collaroy, many beaches. As opposed to Melbourne here, which is not very bright, just seeing a few little bits and pieces through the cloud. Looks like a pretty grey day down there today. And we've probably got about 7 octaves of cloud at the moment, so we can sneak a little bit here and there through the gaps. Just crossing over Melbourne, we're now flying down the west coast of Port Phillip Bay and making our descent into Geelong or Avalon Airport. And it's very brown here, so it looks like they haven't enjoyed much in the way of rain for a while. Definitely looking very brown. I'd expect this sort of in the middle of the summer type thing, but here we are in spring and it's already looking pretty parched. So, nice countryside. They must do a lot of racehorse raising here, or breeding, because I saw quite a few test tracks or training tracks around the countryside. Here's the M1 motorway, which basically stretches from Geelong to Melbourne and beyond, and making our final approaches into Avalon. This is the site of the Avalon Air Show you may have heard of. It's a very famous air show, and certainly worth your attention if you're down this part of the world. Yes, amazing flying displays and static displays. And touching down, very brown here on the airport as well. They actually used to have the Qantas service centre here, so sometimes you used to see 747s parked, getting maintenance and all that stuff. And pulling up to the Avalon terminal, we board by the outside steps, attempt to take some video before we get told off. Avalon Airport, and there we are.